Brandon Gaudin here to take you through the proceedings and come.
Time to decide how you're going to make your Madden NFL 23 debut. Become Coach Philip. Head on over to the main menu.
Breaking away of being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My A-spoon goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They through the crib with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a flare, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with a slab. Pay what it costs for the tab. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide up. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Flacco off play action. Rolling to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Flacco. They set up the screen for Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open first carry of the game.
Evans comes in motion right. And again, it's Flacco to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out
line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now here's another carry for Harris. Taken down at the 42.
Was thinking on that carry, wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Brady's throw there complete. On the move past the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and they're going to stop. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been...
And it'll be intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To pass, Flacco. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Passing play, Flacco. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mike Evans, 52 yards as his guy. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Flacco looking to throw for it. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the two-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's got his tailback. That's Marcus Allen. It's a first down on a gain of 10. To throw is Brady. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. To Allen on the dump off. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Airing this one out for Evans. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Cowboys are going to take...
possession of the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jason Taylor. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
A first throw for the backup Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Marcus Allen. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got the hook up for the first time with Herman Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. They go play action with Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the big halftime lead. The throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Henry out of the pistol. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Henry up the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Flacco's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Now Flacco. They complete it to Hill. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Still on his feet, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
If you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. It's going the other way. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 3rd and goal, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score. It doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little
extra on top.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.